No bands at all. No bands at all. No bands at all.
Hey guys, if you like what I do on this channel, make sure you click the thumbs up button and don't forget to subscribe. We're almost at 100,000! Gotta give a shout out to Mauricio Montero Mora. You were the winner of the last video contest. Thank you so much for watching. Today we have PubG and we also have Fortnite characters. And I'm gonna put the two together and let you guys decide who comes out on top and who are the winners. We will start with PubG, and I will just go to say that I know nothing about PubG. I don't really know anything about Fortnite. All I know is you guys always ask me to review them, so that's what I'm doing today. Let's start off with minifigure number 1. Like I was saying before, I don't really know anything about these guys, and all I know is this is like the main guy within the storyline, or at least the main guy that's always shown on the posters and all that good stuff. So it was kind of weird actually trying to film this, because as I'm filming it, it's like a blurry clear piece, which is kind of throwing the camera off and it's hard to record. But if I take this off, you can kind of see the overall printing on the torso. Whoa, blurry. Printing on the torso, he's got some raspberry jam splattered all over the front of his shirt, and you know, it looks okay. The overall printing's alright, nothing on the back. There are also a gaggle of weapons that I do want to review. Actually, we'll go into those next because there's a bunch of them, and that's a big part of this game. This is going to be a little awkward to film, but I'm going to do this anyway. I don't know all the names of this guns. The one thing that's kind of weird, actually, as I'm taking these guns off, and I took them all off the piece, is that it's hard to decipher because there's so much to go through on what is like a tiny plastic bit, like this, and what's a weapon. There's like just millions of these plastic bits, and some of these weapons are actually pretty small, but I think I got through them all. So here's the first one. I don't know what this one is, but you can see that one right there. Here's the next one. I know what this is. This is a sniper rifle. Come on. Here's right here. I think that's an AK-47. The next one right here, again, some type of sniper rifle. Here's the infamous pan. I know like the pan goes on the back and stuff like that, but this is kind of cool that they included that at least. Looks like a crowbar. Little bit of extra bits on the bottom there. I could probably clean that up with some tweezers or something. Here is, see, here's what I'm talking about. Another little plastic bit. This is a bow and arrow. Oh, I guess bow, no arrow. A pistol. Here's this thing. Another bit. Get that off. Ow. Another some type of automatic rifle. Here's a gas mask. I think that's a direct rip-off of Brick Warriors. Or maybe it's Brick Forge, I could be wrong. Here's a cool utility belt. And I think the actual pan goes on the back here, so we're going to have to put that on the guy and see actually how that lines up. Here is a grenade with some extra plastic bits. That's kind of cool. Here's another, I don't know what this is. This thing's more futuristic than anything. Here's this hook. I don't know what that is either. Scythe? Maybe a flash grenade or a magazine? Here's a flash, another bit, take it off. Flash grenade, revolver, another assault rifle, and is that the same assault rifle? I guess that's different. That's kind of cool. And you can see I leveled this guy up, and he's got all his traditional stuff dangling all around him. Here's his, you know, automatic gun. And then the one thing that actually fits pretty well within the utility belt is this revolver. It fits the best. The regular pistol didn't quite fit that great. And then you can see on the back how the pan is stuck right there to protect his back. And the one other thing I did notice when I took this off, because I think this guy was together, is a little bit different on the legs. These are not quite LEGO knockoff legs. They're like their own thing. The plastic does feel a little bit cheap, and you could clearly see with that clear piece on how it's a little bit blurry. It's just not up to LEGO form. But I will say, as far as coolness goes, this is pretty darn cool with all these different accessories and weapons. Next character. Alright, here's the next guy again. I don't know who his name is. Actually, that's what will make the challenge. Name all the PubG characters. This will be character number 2. The first one, this guy was number 1, character number 2. Name them all in a row, and I'll give a shout out to the first person or first subscriber who does that. And you can see right there, here's got a little bit of raspberry jam smeared on his white pants, and the overall guy looks a little bit sleazy, clearly with his strange dog tags and sunglasses on the inside. Never trust a man wearing sunglasses on the inside. Next figure. here's the next character wearing his yellow jumpsuit. I guess those other ones weren't glasses. They were, or sunglasses. They were regular glasses. Okay, trust this guy. Don't trust this guy. And it looks okay. The one thing I did notice really is the plastic does feel considerably cheaper on this than it did with some of the other ones. And specifically when I put the hands into the arm mold. Nothing on the back. Pretty basic character. And he's got this afro wig on top. Minifigure number 4. This character, I think, is like a rare character. I could be wrong, but you guys let me know in the comments what this guy's name is or what this skin is. And you can see the printing's okay. This is clearly a knockoff hood, and it does get stuck in there. So his head kind of comes off with it. Once it's down, it's down. It's not coming out. The overall printing on the front is alright, although when I lift the torso back a little bit, you can see that it detaches quite a bit from the bandolier around his waist there. He does have a feet print or footprint. Whoa, the gun literally shot like 90 miles an hour towards me. That's weird. It's gone. You can see the footprint does have it in the front. There is unfortunately no feet print in the side, so it just looks a little bit off-putting. The printing on the face looks pretty good though, and the printing or the color for the face into the torso looks pretty decent. Character number 5. Holy guacamole, is this printing way off. Look at the transition from the face and the, you know, how it goes down to the torso. You know, all I have to say is, bad. This looks really bad, especially when, I don't know, the printing on it looks like she's got stretch marks in the bottom. The torso's all whacked out. There's no printing on the side, so it's just a harsh look from this to the side. It's really bad looking. No printing on the back, so really bland, really boring, but nonetheless, let me know who this character is. Number 5. Number 6. Oh boy, look at this thing. Okay, so this can only be described as Hillary Clinton before she was past her prime. And the part that really is disturbing is looking in the front and then, booyah, look at the back.
No bands at all. No bands at all. No bands at all.
Literally, there's a lot going wrong with this character. I don't know who this is, but whatever they were trying to do, they failed to execute this correctly. Okay, now that we looked at the PubG characters, let's compare them to the Fortnite characters. Now, I know a lot of you guys watch Just Too Good, and actually I did a comparison between these exact characters that I'm going to review and Just Too Good's, and I gave Just Too Good some points, I gave some of the knockoffs some points, so we'll see. I actually got the real ones in my hand now, and we'll see how they actually fared up when you take the concept into the real deal. Wow, okay, I really noticed on this one, these are different companies that made these, and I think this one was made by KOPF, although, you know what, I'm probably wrong on that now that I say that, but the actual plastic for this was really bad, and you could really tell how loose the arms are. And the overall printing, I would say, is not too bad. Looking at the print, it looks pretty good. I do like the colors that they went with. They don't actually match the concept art at all, but the colors look pretty decent. Looking at that, you can kind of see there's his mouth. It looks okay. It looks exactly like the concept, but I just don't like this overall design. You know, I'm not a fan of this because I don't feel like it represents the character enough. But let's move on to the next. This was one of the ones when I originally saw the concept, and I thought to myself, how in the world are they going to create those wings? And I am sorry to say, they did exactly what I thought they were going to do. And they printed it on, well, I can't say exactly what I thought, because what I thought they were going to do is actually a little bit better. What they actually did is pretty bad. This is like a printed floppy paper something. I don't know, it's like, it's not even textured paper, it's just really, really bad, and they attached it this way. So it just looks so obtrusive, and you can see the one side's printed on this side, the other side's not, and it's not all the way through, and it's just horrendous. What they did here is an embarrassment. The printing on the torso is okay, the printing on the face is okay, the printing throughout the characters are alright, but this thing is cheap, plasticky, and not a good fit. This is a bad one. Next character. The female Red Knight. Now, this one actually I kind of like. I like the overall printing. You can see the scythe right there, although the hands, again, it's so bad. Look at this. You can't even take the weapons out of the arms because the mold is so weak. Clutch power is not even existent. So, you know, besides that, you take these out. Literally, both hands just keep falling. All right, well, this is how I'm going to do it. You know, it's unfortunate because the printing's pretty good, and I look at the overall helmet. Now, clearly this is a Clone Trooper helmet, but I think it actually fits the character. It's so disappointing that, you know, you want LEGO to do this type of stuff, and maybe someday we'll get Fortnite characters. We might see them. But until then, we have to deal with shoddy versions of this in order to satisfy our needs, which is, it's really unfortunate. Wow, you know what? I gotta hand it to them. This one, for some reason, like, these are all made by the same company. At least the Fortnite characters are. And one of the things that I noticed right away is the arms for this character actually fit, and the hands fit within the arms. Compared to all the other ones, they were loose, they were weird, they fell out. This one's actually good. It boggles the mind. And actually, I like this design. I like the design for the weapon that he has. You know, it doesn't fit exactly on the character, but I will say this is one of the ones that I do like the design. I think the printing on the feet are pretty well. I like the printing on the torso, printing on the sides. This one's actually probably one of my favorites, but I'm going to leave this all up to you guys. You guys tell me in the comments who essentially won this war. In the battle of the online multiplayer game, you guys tell me in the comments below who is the better of the two. Hey, I guess let's just put the minifigures. What is the better minifigures? Are it the PubG figures or is it the Fortnite characters? Let me know in the comments, and then let me know which one's the better game too. So guys, I want to thank you so much for watching. Click the thumbs up, yada yada yada, and also subscribe. And until next time, you can help us take a gander.